What's up, everybody? Derek G here, Reckless Racer 806, and this is gonna be a very long video. I'm just running. I run for like an hour, and I'm kind of overdubbing my audio right here, my vocal. So in the beginning here, I'll just kind of show you my stats, and then I jump in, and I just start at the top of the max races and run down, and you know, a rundown, however, 30 something races. And I skip the longest tracks. I skip Iceland, and I skip the Azure Coast. It's really Monaco, but Azure Coast. Yeah, so I was just checking out my collections. So you can see that I basically I'm just missing a few, like literally a few cars, 2 cars. So here we go. I just race and race and race. Like I said, I skip the long tracks because, you know, for credit farming it's not really worth running 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. So you skip the longer tracks, and yeah, I don't know. It's really, it's anything goes. It's whatever happens, happens. It's the unedited video. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna run a whole bunch of, I guess what they would call psy-trance music, Goa, or something like that. Whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. It's cool music to race to. You know, it's cool music to race to, dude. Whatever. You know, I'm just filling the space so it's not empty space and not just gaming noises. They're independent artists. You can find them on a website called Ektoplazm. It's Ektoplazm, right? Ektoplazm. Yeah, and it's all free, Creative Commons, independent, underground, electronica. I guess the whole site is based on any kind of electronica. You know, so house, drum and bass, dubstep, psy-trance, yada yada down the list like that, IDM, blah 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 blah. And they have some really cool stuff there, so I definitely, if you're into that, check it out. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description for this. This is what I do when I credit farm, dude. I just run down my list of cars. Because of where I'm at in the game, there's nothing left for me to do. I finished all my seasons. You know, I'm just missing a couple stars in the Max races and the McLaren races. And other than that, the game is done, dude. It's done. So, aside from few and far between parts, you know, to finish proing cars out, everything is maxed. Every car I own is maxed. Yeah. And I'm only missing 2 cars. And one of those 2 cars that I don't own, that's also maxed out already. I'm just waiting for the chance to get it again. But anyway, I'm not going to babble on and on for an hour. You know, people say that my videos, some of my videos aren't really rant videos. But whatever, you know. Sometimes I'm in the mood where I rant and I rave, and I'm all pissed off about something, like the hot dog one or whatever. And it's just a game, dude. It's really not. I'm really not that concerned with all this shit. You know, I was just pointing something out with the hot dog race. People keep commenting on that video from God knows when. There was an enduro double down, an enduro down, you know, and one of the cars was the Golf, the Volkswagen Golf GTI, and I was watching the hot dog race it, you know, and he kept skipping the Golf because he didn't have it, he didn't own it, he had 16,000 tokens, and the car only cost 2,000 tokens. And it's not like he actually earns or pays for those things because GameLoft just hands it to him. So to not buy the Golf at that point, when Gameloft is handing you shit on a silver platter, to be stingy enough to not buy the car, you know, you don't care about racing. A real racer wants to race all the cars in a racing game. So to keep skipping it and never buying it and saying it's useless and worthless and pointless, that's not a racer talking. That's a gamer talking. Yeah. And that's my whole point with that Hot Dog 1 video. But see, this is where I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. I'm not trying to go there. I bought the Golf because it's in the game. It's part of the game. It has a max race. It's part of a collection and a max collection. So there's rewards that come with buying the car. You advance when you buy the car. It's not a useless car. It's not a worthless car. It may be worthless for what their purpose, for their gaming purposes. Sure, it's worthless for gaming, but it's not worthless to a racer. It's not worthless in racing means. You can credit farm with it. It burns around Nevada in less than a minute and a half, and that's a perfectly fine credit farming time. Anything a minute and a half and under, you know, is worth running for farming credits when you run a double credits. The only reason why I'm farming now is because I ran a double tank for the Apollo, and I didn't want to waste I didn't want to just let it run out today. It's Sunday, so I'm like, fuck it. I'll just hit a double credits. I had a free one, right? They gave us a free one as a daily login reward the other day, so I didn't have to blow 100 tokens, which I don't even think I have anymore. But and I don't need credits. I have 5 million credits. It's not like there's anything left for me to buy but parts that I don't have. Yeah. And yeah, other than that, dude, that's why I'm burning this shit. I'm just burning it because I don't feel like wasting one of my my double tanks, and I don't care about multiplayer, so I'm just gonna credit farm. There's no reason in racing if you're not running double credits. Yeah, there's no reason in racing this game, like max races or season races or even anywhere, anytime, if you don't run a double credits. It's just not worth it. So you can see I only have 108 tokens and 5.1 million credits, but I don't need the credits. I need the tokens. But it doesn't matter because the Apollo is maxed out now, and it's not pro'd out. It's getting there, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be a useless car anyway, right, everybody? Right? All the multiplayer, gamer people, that Apollo N is going to be useless in multiplayer. So it's a worthless car at that point to any kind of multiplayer gamer. To a racer, to get the car and get the stars and just have the car in your garage, whether you fucking drive it or not. Like that stupid, gigantic Cadillac that no one drives. Yeah, useless car. Yeah. But, again, to a gamer, they don't care about having it. But to a racer, you want to have it in your garage. You want to know what it's like to drive it. You want to own it. Whether you drive it or not, you still want to own it because it's part of the game. So, anyway, I'm going to let these run. I just run down the list, basically. From down to, I don't know, I get to like the Pagani. Because running an hour-long streaming video like this, recording it, takes up a lot of gigs in your hard drive. So I didn't want to run any longer than an hour. Because it's like, 5, 6, 7 gigs. And yeah, and to overdub it and resave it and all that stuff, I'm kind of, you gotta have an extra 30 or 40 gigs just sitting around doing nothing, empty, just to make this little video for you guys that is basically a meaningless video. It's pointless. I'm not telling you anything you don't know or anything that anyone else hasn't said before. I'm not showing you any new tricks or specific routes or any, my suggestion is do as many flat spins as you possibly can, because the more flat spins you do, the more credits you get. And so it's not about going as fast as you can. It's about finding as many places to do as many flat spins as you can in the one lap that they give you on a max race. Now, granted, you could go off to the right or the left here and do flat spins, but then you'll miss this ramp down here and you won't be able to do the flat spins here. So, you have to take your pick which ramp you want to do your flat spins off of. You see what I mean? So, that's just my advice for credit farming. The more flat spins, the merrier. Yeah. Barrel rolls too, I guess. But as for lap times don't matter when you credit farm. It's about knocking things over and knocking the other drivers down and doing flat spins and barrel rolls. Yeah. So that's what all these races are about. The next however many races, the next 25 races you're gonna watch, if you bother to watch them, that's what they will be. And with that, I will take off. I don't know, maybe I come back on in the end or whatever if I get bored. Probably not, but anyway, check the technique. I've been burning this game for years and years and years, so it's kind of like a habit to do things. So it's habitual credit farming. You can check it out. And I'll catch y'all later, everybody.
just